Good morning, good morning, good morning. Mary here. I wanted to say it's day 75. 75 days we've been here together. And I wanted to say that I am so grateful to each and every one of you who have subscribed, who have liked, who have shared my videos. And even if you didn't share or like, I am still here with you. And I hope each and every day has given you something at least to reflect upon. Excuse me, I want to show my necklace. It's my birthstone. Your boundaries are not up for debate. It's the topic I chose for today. People who love you respect your boundaries, but people who want to argue with them are not trying to respect those boundaries. Today we're talking about what boundaries really mean in a journey called healing. Setting boundaries does not mean controlling others, and it does not mean allowing others to control you. We desire to have one another's well-being at the heart of any conversation. Healthy boundaries say, I respect your freedom to be who you believe you were designed to be. And I expect that same respect in return. That is my hope. They are not about limiting someone else's life. They're about perfecting your own. You see, for me, I don't believe we own anyone or should tell them how they should feel either. There was a time in my life, excuse me, when I didn't ask others to treat me the way I treated them. I assumed that mutual respect was implied. I didn't realize how much my understanding of relationships had been shaped by the environments in which I grew up. I was groomed in a home where my mother had no boundaries over her own movement, her safety, or her autonomy. That became the norm in my thinking. As a child, I told myself that if I were in her position, if someone put hands on me, I would leave or die trying. But after the violent fights ended, they would go to bed and make up and act as if nothing had really happened. The cycle was confusing to me, especially as a child, but under the surface, it was destabilizing. That is something we don't see or prep for. And deeply damaging for a child to have to witness. It taught me that pain was something you endured, or something you were allowed to escape at some point, but maybe not in that present moment. For years, I believed I would do better, that I would choose differently. That was the story I had told myself. What I didn't understand then is that without boundaries, even good intentions get swallowed up by old patterns, because patterns are forming, even if under the surface. Healing taught me that boundaries are not punishment, ultimatums, or selfishness. They are clear, they are safe, they are self-respect and action. You define what you consider your own boundaries, not me. Your boundaries do not need to be justified, defended, or even debated. They exist because you exist, and you get to set them in play and define what they are. And as you continue healing, you learn that protecting your peace is not only allowed, it is necessary. And so I wanted to say, truth without love is seen by your significant other, your partner, your mate, as a weapon to take them down or to cripple them or to keep them from their own movement. And so truth in love to me is that agape kind of love that we have, that I said Jesus gives without conditions. He loves us no matter what, but that doesn't mean anything goes. It means we do have certain things that we should do, like in Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 14. If we hearken diligently unto the word and obey his commands, these are some of the blessings that will come upon us. And I'm not going to name them. I want you to read Deuteronomy 28, verse 1 through 14, and figure it out for yourself. And then 15 through, I think, is 62. Don't quote me on that. Or something. Those are all the curses that would happen if we didn't hearken diligently unto the word and obey the commands that the Lord gives us. And I said, whoa, I want to study more about how truth sets me free, right? And so let's be as honest, let's be as clear, let's be as definitive as we can be about our own boundaries. Because the only person I believe any of us can control is ourselves. I want to thank you again for each and every one of you who have been with me these 75 days, who have taken care of yourself in a way we might have not thought about taking care of ourselves right at the beginning of our mornings. And I'm going to say I didn't believe today's lesson would be so heavy for us to digest. So therefore, I'm going to ask if we could sit up straight, put our feet on the floor or the ground, wherever you're at, and let us ground our thinking. Let us calm ourselves. Let us take a few deep breaths. Take a deep breath in, holding whatever you need to hold for yourself, calming whatever you need to calm, and then exhale what you need. Inhale whatever you need to inhale, holding yourself as strong as you can, and letting go of whatever you brought into the conversation that you don't need. Take an inhale in, breathing deeply into our belly, holding yourself as calm as you can, and letting out on the release. Inhale once again, holding yourself as calm as you can, and release everything and shake it off. Give yourself a big hug. I love you. You're amazing. You're wonderful. And I want you to say, you matter. I matter, guys. You matter. And this is your life. Live it as best you can. And I will see you on day 76. As I always say, the Lord willing. Have a great day. I love you. And thank you for being with me. Bye-bye.